Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford ZDC, and today I'm going to be bringing you my full review on the Tempest knives Pinion. Now, if you're not familiar with Tempest knives, this is the company that has been made by Casey over at Knives Fast, another great guy here on YouTube, so please go and check him out. I will leave a link to his channel in the description, as well as the Tempest Knives website. This is his second design, but his first that is going to be out in the wild, so to speak. This was done via pre-order on his website. These are some budget pieces. You're looking at $85 for the micarta version and $75 for the G10 version, with 3 different options at the time the pre-order was available. It has since sold out, but I believe he's going to have more of these available once pre-orders are fulfilled. You have black G10, which you can see here, black micarta or blue G10. And you're looking at an overall length of, and had it up, 7.75 inches, 3.4 inch blade. To bring in some size comparisons for you, I have my TRM Atom up above, which has a 3.5 inch blade. You can see it's just slightly longer. And of course the TRM Neutron, keep things similar with a 3-inch blade, so you can really see kind of how these stack up in terms of size. Try and line up all the pivots there so you can really get a good look. Now, it's going to have, the Pinion here is going to have a few little changes going towards the production version here. First thing is the clip. It's going to be silver, not black, and also the slot on this is going to be adjusted to fit Lynch Northwest deep carry clip for the wire clip replacement. I believe MXG makes one as well, but if they don't, the Lynch Northwest wire replacement clip will fit this, which I believe means an RGT, a Rips Garage Tech clip, will also fit. You're looking at a 0.12 inch blade stock. This here prototype is in AUS 10, however the actual knife is going to be run in 14C28N, and these are manufactured by Kubi. They did a fantastic job on this prototype. The action is fantastic. You're running on bearings. You have a great hole for opening, whether you want to reverse flick or use your thumb, as I missed there. Nothing against the knife being missing. I messed my thumb up pretty good the other week. I had a nice cut right across the top, and now I'm splitting down here in this area. So, just having a great time with that. But needless to say, Kubi did a great job. The detent is great, and overall, the feeling in hand is awesome. So, great design coming from Casey here. You have a flat grind on this guy, and this drop sheep, which is what Casey's calling it, kind of a modified sheep's foot style blade. Like I said, you have a flat grind that travels most of the way up the blades. That 0.12 inch blade stock is not too much of an issue. It's a little thicker than I tend to prefer. I prefer 0.1 or 0.09 for blade stocks, but that's because I like really thin slicey knives. But with the grind on this, that does thin out a decent amount, which you're having a hard time focusing on here. Yeah, it's going to be tough to show this to you, but it does thin out quite a bit, so this does cut really nicely through materials. And of course, this blade shape is nice and utilitarian, with mostly flat, with some belly kind of starting in this area, working your way out towards the tip. It's very easy to choke up on this guy, work with that tip with no real issues, and it's overall it's a really great cutter for being a not a full flat grind. So that is well done as well. Lock bar access is great, nice and easy. This works great right or left-handed, in which the clip is reversible. You can see there's a slot drilled out for it. There is, as I said, it is a deep carry wire clip. You can see it is pretty much fully deep carry. You have just the slightest amount sticking out of your pocket here. Nothing that anyone's really going to notice if that's a concern for you. The clip does kind of hang off the back of the knife here, which is something that I don't like too much in designs, but it's such a small amount, you don't really tend to notice it. And in hand, it doesn't feel any different than it would had it not hung off the back like that. This is the best way, though, to get this to be fully deep carry, so I have no issues, really, with the clip placement. Sorry if you just heard the dog snore in the background. She's asleep on the bed. Ergos are solid. You have a contoured handle here. You can see the contoured lines here. Let me close this so I can get this further away. But yeah, you can see how it's contoured. Try and keep it out of the shadows, but you can see the rounding there on this guy. So nice and comfortable in hand. No real sharp edges. Everything is nicely rounded on the spine here. Even inside of this cutout area for flicking, yeah, everything has a nice knockdown edge, so it's comfortable to get in there. You're not going to tear apart your fingernail or your thumb or anything like that when deploying this guy, which is awesome. I put this through a ton of cardboard. I carried it to work where it opened a lot of different packages. It didn't do any food prep at work or anything like that because we have knives in the kitchen for that, but this did do a great job at home, just taking care of basically all my cardboard needs that I had. 14C28N is a great steel. I like that there is a stone wash on this because 14C does scratch very easily. It's not a soft steel by any means, but it does show that wear. So a stone wash is going to be really great to hide the use that you put on this, and that's definitely something you're going to want to do with this knife. It feels like it wants to be used. Like I said, super ergonomic. Whether you choke up into this choil area or stay back, I found myself staying back most of the time with my thumb on this thumb ramp kind of area. And I found this to be super comfortable to cut with. And like I said, it did a great job with a nice thin grind on here. And that keen edge. I did have to touch this up twice while I had it, but of course that is because it is just AUS 10 on this prototype, but the real one, the production version, so not the real one, I'll use the correct term here, of course, will be 14C28N, so you're not going to need to touch it up all the time. And I did put this through its paces with the cardboard, and I'm not the first one to have this either. This has been passed around quite a bit, and I will be sending it on to the next person tomorrow. That being said, I'm sad my time is up with this because it is a really great knife, and I do have one on pre-order, and getting to handle the prototype here makes me super excited to get it in hand. And I hope for those of you who did not pre-order one of these, when Casey does a drop of these on the Tempest Knives website, I hope you get in on it and buy one then, because this is going to make an excellent user under $100. Great materials, great action, build quality is great from Kubi. Plus you get that deep carry wire clip, which is something that we're starting to see more, thankfully, but is not a feature you see on a lot of budget pieces, so that's really great to see. Of course, if you like Casey and his content, you should support him anyway, and you get a knife out of it for doing so. So keep that in mind when you're making this purchase. You're not just buying a knife, you're also supporting a small business and another knife creator here on the app. That all being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Get yourself a Tempest Knives Pinion when they become available, and if you pre-ordered one, that's even better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.